So in this video, let's go through a few examples on how we could use set and different set methods that can be used to manipulate a set. So first of all, set is one of the data types in Python that you could use to store multiple items. And how would your interpreter identify that this is a set is by looking at the brackets. So when you have a curly brackets and if you have only the values, then it is considered or it has been treated as a set by the interpreter, Python's interpreter. Your dictionary would also use curly brackets to enclose all the items, but in dictionary you will have key value pair. Every value would have a key there, but when it comes to set, you don't have any keys, but just the curly brackets with the values. So here is a set one. So I have stored, text data type inside it and set one. So here is a difference between set and other data types that we have. One major difference is index number. Here your items are not ordered, so it does not have something called index number here. It would just return a random item when you try to print a set in a random order. So but you can see how it is being stored inside the variable. So when I simply write set1 here, it would return the way the values are being stored inside the variable set1. So first of all, let me change the order. I'm gonna store it as apple, cherry, and banana. Let me run it. And gonna see how it is being stored inside it. That would be apple, banana, and cherry. So there is an order here that it follows when it is storing it inside the variable. So that would be apple, banana, and cherry. So it is just storing it in the alphabetical order. But when I try to print it, it's going to just print or pick random items from the location and print it. It's not going to print it in the way that I stored it, or it's not going to print it in the way that it's being stored inside. It is just going with the random order here. And len of set, so len is the common method that you could use. So it's gonna return the number of items in the set, and type of set one would be set here. Like we know, type is nothing but the function that you would return what type of data is being stored inside set one. And in the next example would let you know that you can store any type of data. You can store a string data type, you can store numbers, integers, or Boolean data type. So let me define all three. In this example would let you know that you can store all different types of data under a single set. So I've stored a string here, an integer, Boolean, again an integer, and a string. So let me run this. And this is another way of creating a set by using the keyword set. So you could just use curly brackets that would let the interpreter understand that this is a set, or you can simply use the keyword and a set of parentheses, and within that you can write the data that you want to store inside the set. So type of set one would be set. So this is another way of creating a set. And I have a method called add method. Add is the method that would let you add an item to the list. And so I have 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to add it to set 1. So in set 1, I have 1, 2, and 3 items. So when I say dot add 10, going to add 10 at a random location in this set 1. Let me run it. So there you go. And another major difference I want to tell about set is that your set cannot have duplications. Your other data types can have duplicated values, but your set data type can never have duplication. It would automatically delete the duplicated value. Now, in the next example, I have two sets. One is set one, other one is drop one. What I'm doing here is I'm updating one set with the another set values. So when I say set1 dot updates drop one, I'm updating set1 values along with drop one's value. So this would not change drop one, but it would change set1. It's going to add all the items that drop one has to the set1, the unique items. So now if I print set1, it would print all the items, both that set1 and drop one has. and set1 dot remove. So to remove the item, we have two methods here. One is remove, other one is discard. So first of all, remove is both are going to delete the item, but there is one difference here. So let me show you. So set1 dot remove apple. So I'm going to remove apple from this set1. I have removed apple now. Now I don't. Now let me add a set. So now if I check if apple is inside set1, no, we don't have apple here. But if you try to delete apple again with discard method, it would just execute the code. It would not throw an error because apple is already not in the list, but still you're able to execute the code without any error. But when you try to delete an item that is not available in the set by using remove, that would throw an error saying key error. So that's the difference between discard and remove. Remove would throw an error if you're trying to delete an item that's not available in the set. Your discard would not. And you also have something called pop that would delete a random item from the set. So there you go. And I'll also show you on how you could create an empty set. So creating an empty set is a little different because when you want to create an empty dictionary, you could simply write a set of empty curly brackets like this. So dict1 would be this. The type of dict1 would be dictionary, which is dict. But because both set and dictionary have curly brackets in common, right? So in order to keep it different, when you want to create an empty set, you'll have to use the keyword set. That's the only way of creating an empty set here. So type of set2 would be set. But when you try to use a set of curly brackets, that would not work here. So that's it with set methods. It's quite a different one. It would not let you have duplicated values in here, and also you cannot have list or dictionary inside a set, but you can have a tuple inside a set. So let me show you an example. So I'm going to consider this example. So with this, I'm going to add a tuple inside it. 1, 2, 3. So let me define this. So inside set1, I have a string, integers, I have Boolean data type, and a set here. Sorry, tuple here. So I'm going to create another line called set1, which is going to display how these items are getting stored inside set1. So as you can see, again, as I said, inside in the memory location, there is an order that the set is following to store your data. So when you have different kinds of data, so say I have a tuple here, as I said, you have tuple, string, Boolean data type, and integer data type. Now how the priorities are given are, your first priority would go to a tuple, no matter how many items it has, no matter what item it has. The first priority would be given to tuple, and then comes your numbers. Followed by that, you have your Boolean data type, and finally you have your string data type. So numbers, when it comes to tuple, excuse me. So when it comes to tuple, it's just gonna align the tuple. And number, it's going to align it in the alphabetical order. Same true and false. True would come first, and then comes false, and then your strings arranged in the alphabetical order. But when I try to print it, again it goes with a random item. So if you can see here, this is not the order that I have stored, and this is not the order that it is being stored inside. It's just giving you a random items in a random order. So those are the main difference of set from other data types like a list, tuple, and dictionary. So with this, we have come to an end here. We'll see you in the next video with a different concept.